This video is an experiment. I will do no fancy edits, no scripts, me and you. For the last 3 weeks, I've been working 12-hour days, work days, every single day. I've been taking truckloads of snooze. I've been drinking a shit ton of coffee. And in this video, I want to tell you my secrets of how I can easily work 12-hour days without a problem. Now it is 7:30 p.m. I came to the office at 9, and I will stay here for 2 or 3 more hours at least. My days have been the same for the last 3 weeks. Why? Because I have a new 8-figure project that I'm working on, and I have a big ass fire lit up right under my behind. And so, what's the secret? How can you easily work 12 hours a day without being fatigued? Well, the secret is there is none. At least it's not so easy. So, working 12-hour days. Everyone on the internet talks about, you have to work hard, you have to work 12 hours. And while I do agree with that, I think it's important to see nuance, because it is important to work hard. It is important to work a lot, but it's important to work on the right things. If you're putting in 12-hour days on the wrong things, it's totally worthless. But if you have the right thing that you are focusing on, and it's actually a smart idea, plus you're putting in a lot of work, plus it's the right work, then you, my friend, are about to get filthy rich. Because a lot of people just work on the wrong things. And here it is really important to prioritize correctly. But if you see that the thing you are working on has a priority, and if you work more, you make more, why are you not working 12-hour days? Why are you going on dates? Why are you going to the cinema? Why are you going to the mall? If you have something where you are making amount X, and you know that if you simply put in more work and more time, then you will make double, triple, or 10 times the amount. Why are you not doing it? Because there's 2 types of people on the spectrum. There's the one side of the spectrum where people don't know what they're doing. They're just working hard. They don't make shit. And on the other hand, there's the other extreme of people that know in their subconscious mind that what they are doing is actually very good, and that if they would put more work into it, they would make more money. But then they don't. I cannot comprehend that with my brain. So if you are on either side of the spectrum, you, my friend, better get to the middle somewhere. And you have to work your ass off, because on the other hand, we're young. If you're watching my video, you're probably under 30 and probably even under 25. I'm 23 years old, and I work thousands of hours per year, because I know that at 30, I want to have the possibility to sustain my lifestyle, to sustain my expenses, and not have to work at all. I will work, certainly, but I know that this is a phase. And there's a time and a place for everything. And in your 20s, this should not be traveling. This should not be buying fancy shit. This should not be going to cool restaurants. And don't get me wrong, I've done all of it. But would I be much richer if I wouldn't have? Yes. Looking back, would I still do it? Probably yes. But I can give you the advice, because I blew millions of dollars on random shit. I bought 8 cars. 8. And now I haven't driven my Lambo. I drove it once this year. My Ferrari I drove twice. My Aston I drove once. I literally only drive my G-Wagon or my Range Rover because they're comfortable, and that's all. And I never even drive. I built the perfect setup to just work 12 hours. I have an office space that is 1 minute walking distance from where I live. And I have restaurants right next to the office. So I go to the office at mostly at 9 in the morning. I work until 2. I have tons of coffees in the meantime. Then I go for lunch somewhere next door, have 1 hour break. I feel happy, refreshed. I walk around the block, get back to work. I work from 3 to 8 or 9. And then I enjoy my life. No, I actually go home and keep working on the couch. And I'm not telling you this to seem smart or hardworking. I quite frankly don't give a shit. But I want to make this video to inspire those of you that are sitting at home, are putting in the work. And what you have to do is to find work that makes sense. And the other ones of you that work too little on something good, you should work your ass off in your 20s. Because I will reach 2 types of people. Every single person that's watching this video either has something good that he should work more on, or has the wrong thing and is working way too much on it. So you need to differentiate and find which end of the spectrum you're at, and then adjust accordingly. So let's get into my secrets that I use to easily work 12 hours a day. First of all is embrace your free will and sometimes don't work. I said it. Because just because you put in the hours doesn't mean that you will have the success. There's a very big difference between simply working and working smart. Because if not, every single factory worker would be a millionaire. I'm saying this in the most respectful way possible. So, how do I use short trips to reset my brain? Every once in a while, let's say 3, 4, 6, 8 weeks, I take a few days off. Obviously, I'm still working, but less. I will do the bare ass minimum for a day or 2. And this will give me so many new ideas, so much more energy to get back into the grind and not fatiguing. I think that burnout is simply either that you just work on the wrong things and really just like you don't enjoy it at all because you don't see a purpose. That's where I think burnout comes from. Because it's funny, from my office, I see like some huge law firm because they're on the opposite side and they have windows. Obviously, they're not here on the weekends, and obviously they leave at 5 right away. They come at 9, same time as me, and leave at 5. 9 to 5. And if you would force one of these people to stay until 9 and come in on Saturdays and Sundays and not have vacations as much as they do, they would burn out. I'd burn out. But you, my friend, need to understand that if you are watching this channel, that you have the privilege of owning a business, of having a direct correlation of the leveraged time that you put in to the money you make and the value you build. And if you don't use that, sorry, but you're simply retarded. Because there's so many people that just pretend to be busy and pretend to have a business, go to Starbucks, put on their stupid headphones, and just work all day. No one cares how busy you seem. Being busy is being very glorified in today's age. But the thing is that no one cares. No one cares about how busy you seem. So don't pretend to be busy. Really get stuff done. Hold yourself accountable. At the end of the day, do you feel good because you did tons of brain-draining tasks or because you really got shit done? Ask yourself this question at the end of every single day. So, now back to how you can actually work 12-hour days. What is the secret? So, I personally like to not have breakfast. I don't do intermittent fasting because a friend of mine who's a health expert told me it's not that great. So I have protein powder, collagen powder with my coffee in the morning, and then I just work till 2, and then I have lunch. I don't have breakfast. I drink tons of coffee. I use nicotine. Yes, I do. I had a phase where I stopped it, but I use nicotine because now is a phase. There's a time and a phase for everything. I'm not mentally totally addicted to it. I could drop it right away, but does it help me get in 12-hour work days? Yes. I use these 6 milligrams, and I use a lot of it. Why? Because it helps me. And I'm not trying to cope the addiction because I don't smoke cigarettes. I hate them. I smoke cigars from time to time, but I've stopped for weeks at a time and I didn't really care. But I feel that it's easier to work 12-hour days when I use nicotine as a tool. Simple as that. Because obsessing about little tiny shitty things like, oh, I cannot take nicotine, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm a very health conscious person. I look at what I eat. Obviously, I don't eat junk food all day. But there is a time and a place for everything. And I'd rather be health obsessed when I'm 40 in my mountain villa in Greece, working out next to my sheep. Not now. Not now. Now I want to get as much work done as possible in the smallest time frame as possible and make as much money as possible in this time frame. That's all. Like, obviously, I don't want to die and I don't want to get sick, but I'm doing everything I need for that. Because the fact that people say that you can do everything, it's just incorrect. You have to set priorities. And if money and building your business is a priority, you need to make it a priority. You cannot be on a big dating mission, have multiple huge businesses, be on a health mission, go to combat sports 6 times a week, go to the gym 2 hours a day, 6 days of the week. You just cannot. Sorry to break it to you, but you cannot. If you want to work 12-hour days regularly, you have to drop certain things. Simple. You have to drop certain things and you have to build the right habits to facilitate that. I have my phone on some privacy mode where I cannot use it for literally most of the day. I only have WhatsApp Business on my computer. That's all. That's all. I also like to take regular walks in nature because it gets you fresh again. You can use sports as a tool. Like if you work for, 6 hours, in the middle you go to the gym. I have the gym downstairs here in the basement next to the squash court and the tennis court. No, sorry, tennis court is a lie. Squash court, swimming pool, sauna, gym. I do a 20-minute, simple, heavy workout. That's all. I'm not in bad shape. I'm not in amazing shape, but I quite frankly don't care because there are millions to be made. And for now, for the next 5 to 10 years, money is my priority. It's not health. Obviously, I have as much health as I need, and I focus on it as much as I have to not be retarded. But it's not the priority. And that's how you need to set priorities. What is the most important priority? And what do I have to adjust and tune down a little bit in order to absolutely crush my main priority? This is how you have to think. So I hope that with this video, I could inspire you a little bit to either find something better to work on or to just work more. Because one of these 2 points will have hit home. This video would have inspired you. Please let me know if you like these kind of videos, of me sitting next to the camera, because it's very easy. No editing, no stupid workflows, just me, camera, talking. Because this is my energy now. I hope you can feel it through the camera, that I am practicing what I preach, because there's a lot of people that don't do this. But yeah, enough rambling. I have to get back to work. Take care.